Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hyperion Checkpoint, where we will be reviewing week number one's action and looking forward to week two. Today, I'm Oakley, and I'm joined today by Dylan and Xenon, who will be providing a quick recap of all the action that took place in week one. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great, Oakley. How about you?
I'm doing great. Xenon?
Yeah, this was I'm excited to talk about this first week and hopefully lead into the next week.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and kick this one off, starting off with Danger Close versus Lux Nova, which happened on Thursday last week. Danger Close taking the quick 3-0 over Lux Nova in a pretty convincing fashion, wouldn't you say, Dylan?
Oh, I agree. Lux Nova just couldn't really find an answer. I will have to say most of it came off the back of Happy. He was putting so much pressure and resources into his team and pressure onto Lux Nova that without him being contested in the background, he was just able to pop off the entire game. So future teams going up against Danger Close Red, find a way to shut down Happy, and you should be able to cause another player to step up and take control of the game like he has been.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's that was a very dominant showing by Danger Close, and it's not just the Happy show. There was several players, almost all of them, that just continuously popped off through this series. They were able to very early on solidify their position up at the top two of this league.
For sure. And it looks like Danger Close will be going against Kaiju this week, and Lux Nova taking on Paradise Aegis. Lux Nova, they're getting one of their DPS back, Ryukusim, who Hyperion Luna is pretty familiar with. We scrimmed them about 3 weeks ago now, and he was a really solid DPS option for Lux Nova. So we should be seeing some improvements coming out from them. But moving on now, we have our second match, which was Paradise Aegis taking the 1-3 defeat to Tempest Typhoon in what was a very, very close and back and forth affair.
Yeah, this was a wonderful game to watch and it was edge of the seat for every map. Every inch, every percentage of point progress was a very tough fight for both teams. Some of the fights, it was just one pick separating the two, and it could have gone either way the whole time. Tempest Typhoon, though, able to come out on top for this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the scoreline does not show the performance that both of these teams put up. It was, like Xenon said, a very, very fun game to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to highlight Jab Gamer and Brickwall and Supersized, and I don't remember the person who was the other DPS on Tempest. I'm sorry I forgot your name. But you guys were putting on a crazy show. There were just picks left, right, and center. It was like if you were watching soccer and we're in the 95th minute and, just that one extra pick. It's like the stoppage time goal for the winner. All these matches were super close, and a lot of good things left to see for these guys. So like we said earlier, Paradise, they're going against Lux Nova next, and Tempest, they're taking on Frost Nova next. So let's go ahead and recap our last match that happened on Sunday, which was Kaiju going against Frost Nova. Kaiju picking up the 3-0 win. We do have fun facts about them now. Greg, their hit scan MVP of the match, has a lot of hours in Counter-Strike, is a reformed Hogman. Frost Nova, they came out, they kind of played a little bit of a comp roulette. They showed a lot of different looks here, but Kaiju seemed like they were kind of in control for a good majority of this map. I will say Dorado was pretty close, and it could have gone either way. Frost Nova, they came out, they changed what they were doing on map 1, which is kind of mirroring, I would say, what Kaiju was doing with like the ball far mercy stuff, and then control center, your classic Symmetra spam crazy comp that is a lot of visual clutter. But on Dorado, they came out with the Xenon dubbed Oakley comp, and they kind of showed up and turned some heads. I remember Spooky was really impressed with I want to believe it was Ricey on the Sombra,
Yes.
putting in some crazy value with their EMPs. They had 35 EMPs on Dorado alone, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But, Kaiju, they were just super dominant. Greg putting up some huge numbers on the Rhine. Felix also putting up some big numbers on the off tank, and not to mention Greg on the hit scan role. But coming out of that, here's where the teams stand now in week 1. We've got Kaiju and Danger Close tied up top, perfect records. Then we've got Tempest in 3rd. They've dropped the map. 4th, we've got Paradise Aegis coming in 1 and 3 with Frost Nova and Lux Nova, the two Novas, I guess, putting up 0 and 3 records, or 0 and 3 showings, in their first map. But, this was only week 1. There's still plenty of time left to go, left in the season.
Absolutely. We've still got 4 more weeks left in the season, and there's plenty of ability for most of this table to be completely shuffled about by end of next week and the week after that.
Absolutely. Dylan, you have any thoughts?
No, not really, but like Xenon was saying, there's plenty of time left. Any of these teams could be anywhere on these standings. So I'm excited to see what the end of the season can bring us and how these teams can start to turn around their week 1 performances.
So we will be throwing it over to a new segment here that we have on the Hyperion Cup checkpoint. It is going to be our marbles metric, which will be ranking whatever we can think of behind the scenes. This week, we'll be turning it over to who is really the best player in the league, because why not? We liked the feedback from the first one. Everyone thought it was a good time. So we thought, why not add a whole bunch of more marbles? So we have a whole bunch of more marbles here set up and ready to go. Coming in hot. We have everyone here out on the racetrack, and we will be using this 4-lap race here to determine a winner of the For Fun Marbles Metric Power Rankings. So Dylan, Xena, whenever you guys are ready, let me know, and we will kick this one off.
Well, our flag waver is showing that he is up and ready with the green flag. So whenever you are ready, Oakley, the green flag will be waved.
And away we go, starting it off here with Spooky from Paradise not Tempest. Aegis, excuse me. Coming in hot off the backstretch here. Not really sure if that was the best option to go with, but it looks like we have everyone here now out on the backstretch with Blazing Angel taking the lead.
Yeah, he's looking like that Gerard fella from Talladega Nights, just sipping coffee out in the front, waiting for Ricky Bobby to catch up to him. But if Final Gambit wants to be Ricky Bobby, Final Gambit and Hog showing Cal Naughton Jr. maybe can do the shake and bake strat to catch up to him.
Absolutely, and it looks like we have a giant clump of people here as we come into lap 2. We've got Ryukasim, Radiant Light. You know, maybe they're going a little bit for the blue shell strategy. I'm not really familiar with Talladega Nights, but I do know my Mario Kart, and I know that is something that gets on everyone's nerves, but we still have Blazing Angel way out in the lead here as we go toward lap 3, excuse me.
Yeah, Blazing Angel still with that lead, but Ricey and Frog for Life just slowly catching up to him, and it looks like they could overcome him on this next turn.
Exactly.
Han also put in some speed, and Frog for Life does overtake Blazing Angel, and also Ricey as well. Blazing Angel now in 3rd place with Han in Florida. Close by, but still a little ways away.
Yeah, Florida coming in up out of nowhere, maybe putting on his best Florida man impression, trying to break into the top 5 here as we round into our final lap. Ricey's still with the lead as we go into turn number 1. You know, Dylan, it looked pretty close here on that last lap, but it still looks like Ricey's got this one as the bag. But, you know, maybe the caster curse just came out there a little bit, came off the wall.
Yeah, with these marbles just running into the wall on the turns, sometimes can slow them up, and sometimes the marbles get a really good turn in. But Ricey's still with this lead as we round the final lap. The checkered flag is in sight. Ricey being closely followed by Han. It's going to be a very tight, maybe even a photo finish for this. Will he finish it out? But we say that
Blazing Angel said no.
He is the best player.
Also
in this
said
tournament.
that too. Sheesh.
Blazing Angel and Xeno really bringing it that last straightaway, giving them that shake and bake
find
to
the blue shell there. Unfortunately, coming in last. But yeah, Dylan, a little bit of shake and bake, shake and stake action here. Let's go look at the final results here. We've got Blazing Angel, Xeno, Ricey, Han, and Yikes rounding out the top 5. We've got Florida, Greg, Frog for Life, Browns Fan Jr., and Panda Bear rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, I'd like to throw it to Happy, see where he placed in 25th. Not the best performance from him. You know I'm always on that Happy hype train.
For sure. We've also got Juggle got the ball main as well.
Picking up that speed, getting 17th.
Yeah. And yeah, it looks like we've got Loki, Felix, Vincent here in the 30s, and Glitch. You know, maybe his marble had a glitch. I don't really know. Cannon couldn't find a cannon to get toward the top, but you know, that'll do it here for the first ever marbles metric. Some pretty close action here coming out, but you know, this week we've got a different map pool coming in to Hyperion Cup. Out with the old, in with the new. Xenon, Dylan, what are your opinions on this map pool coming in?
This is going to be a very interesting change up from what we saw in the first week. First week we had a lot of brawl, a lot more areas for dive as well, but this kind of, when I look at all these maps next to each other, I kind of see double shield. I don't know.
I see some double shield. I see some dive. I knew Busan, Blizzard World, very good for some dive. Also Temple of Anubis, but those Blizzard World and Temple of Anubis also very good for double shield if you're on the defense. So and you can also brawl on some of these maps as well, but it's not as popular as maybe some dive and double shield.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I'm also looking forward to you know, maybe if we got a good series out of one team, maybe we get to see a Junkertown, some Widow play. And then, you know, we got everyone's favorite map 7, Lijiang Tower, first map of your scrims. Maybe in 14, 15, 16 minutes here. But looking ahead now into the bracket going into this week. We've got Kaiju taking on Danger Close, a battle of our 3-0 sweeps from last week. We've got Paradise Aegis coming in with the game versus Lux Nova. And then rounding out the pack, we've got Tempest Typhoon taking on Frost Nova. Dylan, do you have any matches you're on the lookout for?
I'm on the lookout for this game 1 of the week. Kaiju Core and Danger Close. Both of these teams undefeated with a 3-0 record. Both teams looking to give their opponent their first loss in this tournament, and both teams definitely going to be bringing it all to, solidify that top spot. So I'm going to be looking for Kaiju Core and Danger Close, but in the end, I do give the edge to Kaiju Core.
For sure. I think Clover, they have their strengths. They're pretty prepared on a lot of different comps, and Danger Close, we only really get to see them play their brawl comp. They might have played dive a little bit. I'm not really sure on Dorado. They probably did, but Kaiju, they showed plenty of different looks going into their match versus Frost Nova. Xenon, do you have any opinions about the other 2 matches?
This game too will definitely be interesting, as both Lux Nova and Aegis will be trying to come out with a win and try to regain some of the momentum they might have lost in week 1. That
For
being
sure.
said, Lux Nova get to pick up their main DPS line again, and maybe that pushes the theoretical ball in their favor. And then Aegis already kind of showing that they're able to brawl out these mid-table teams. It should be a very close series.
Yep. And then going into this game 3, Frost Nova, if they're able to protect their Shadow Dive comp with the Somber Reaper, we saw Tempest play a lot of Symmetra stuff. Well, that'll be a cool interaction to see how those 2 play against each other. But I think that'll be it for this week. Wrapping up the checkpoint here. First ever one on the Hyperion Co. channel. I've been Oakley. I've been joined today by Dylan and Xenon. And we'll catch you all at the next one. Bye-bye.